It all began with a simple act of kindness, a sense that something about the family on the side of Route 50 just didn't feel right. When Linda Wimpy pulled her car over that day, she discovered that children, families, and individuals were living in cars, woods, tents, and abandoned buildings, with no idea where they would find their next meal. In July of 1988, with 3 churches coming together to prepare and serve 25 meals 3 nights a week to those neighbors, FACETS was born. Just 2 years after that fateful conversation, with the support of nearly 500 volunteers, Hot Meals was serving up to 150 families every evening.
Every single day, at least one meal for anybody who is going to go to the location is going to be a hot one, not a cold sandwich or leftovers. It's going to be a hot meal, and that is important.
By year 5, FACETS had expanded to partner with 26 faith communities and over 750 volunteers. FACETS began to delve into education and career counseling, and by 2004, was operating in community centers at Barrows Circle and Reagan Oaks to provide children and families with educational and enrichment services.
FACETS needs mentors and tutors for all of its education and community development communities. Those are the communities where we are embedded in low-income communities in Fairfax County, and we do all kinds of services there in terms of tutoring, helping, homework help, nutrition education, financial education, you name it.
In 2006, FACETS assumed program oversight and management of the new Hypothermia Prevention Response Program, a program supported by the local faith community to provide shelter, food, and case management during the winter months to individuals experiencing homelessness.
It was amazing. The first time I came here, I don't know who was it, but they just asked my name. They don't ask me anything. Just my name, and they give me a blanket and say, okay, go sleep, take a rest, take food, and start talking, and it was a big door open.
We know that getting people out of the cold during the winter saves lives. But I also think there's real value in the faith communities around the county hosting these hypothermia shelters. It adds a human element to it. Folks aren't coming to a sterile government building. They're coming to a house of worship with volunteers who deeply care about the mission of serving the unhoused.
By our 25th anniversary, FACETS had grown at over 3,000 volunteers and serving 2,200 clients. When COVID-19 swept into our community, there was never any question that FACETS would continue to provide emergency, basic needs, and life-changing assistance. The pillars upon which FACETS had been built would find the entire FACETS community on the front lines. People's lives were depending on us.
We look at organizations like FACETS as a force multiplier for Fairfax County and our government. Groups like FACETS and the volunteers and the people who support FACETS financially allow us to leverage county dollars and do a lot more good for a lot more people than we'd be able to do on our own.
As we mark 35 years, FACETS has shown time and time again that we will step up to meet growing needs and help our neighbors in crises, no matter the obstacle. By helping Fairfax residents today, we hope to empower individuals and families to improve life-term outcomes for themselves, their children, and the generations that follow.
The camera is probably catching people in line behind me right now getting a meal that they wouldn't otherwise get for their dinner. For hypothermia, folks who wouldn't otherwise get a meal or a place to sleep in the winter. That's powerful stuff. And it's that sort of thing that gives you perspective on what this is all about. But I am so proud 35 years. It's a lot to talk about.